Hey everybody, welcome to a live video here on Kris Amerikos, English with Kris Amerikos. And today we're going to be answering your questions, answering things that you write in the comments. So maybe the questions that you ask today, I will also make video lessons about. So good, now we have a question. This is what I wanted. We need people to ask questions today so that I can answer them. This is different from videos that I do in other groups. In this group, I do videos where I answer your questions. So Annie says, how are you doing? I'm doing very well, Annie. Thanks for asking. How are you? Jana says, hello, hi from Czech Republic. Kai, hi from Tunisia. I'd like to practice my English. Maher says, hello from Tunisia. Great, great, great. Lots of people from different countries. Okay, so what we're doing today is you can ask your questions. Okay, let's see. Ale says, is it suitable to teach conversation for a beginner's class without teaching them any grammar? Good question, Ale. So I think that we need to teach people conversation skills at all levels because we want people to learn how to practice speaking, right? And people cannot practice speaking and learn how to speak if they just learn vocabulary and just learn grammar. They might know a lot of stuff, but they won't be able to use it. So I think yes, okay. Let's see, Aline says, hello from Rio de Janeiro. Tatiana says, hi from Moldova. Great, great. So just to remind you, this is my group called English with Kris Amerikos. And in this group, I do live videos where I answer your questions, okay? So if you have any questions about English, just write your questions in the chat of this video and I will try to answer them. And make sure that you join this group, English with Kris Amerikos, okay? Pamela says, hi from Bournemouth. Great. Denise has a good English question. Which is the best way to expand vocabulary? So Denise, there are several ways to expand vocabulary. And some of the best ways are to practice speaking every day. That's one way. Practice speaking with other English speakers, because then when you hear new words, you can remember them, you can find out what they mean, and you can learn them, memorize them. Another way is reading, which I think is obvious, it's clear. Also, you can try watching TV shows and films, but what you always need to do when you're doing any of these things is you need to write down these new words that you're learning. You need to understand their meaning, and you need to make an association, how you can remember these words. And then you need to review them, okay? So we need to connect new words and new vocabulary to our life, so that we can remember them, and then we need to review them and practice them. Let's see, Aline says, I've got problems with verb tenses. Okay, that's a very big question. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but you can also see some of the video lessons on my YouTube channel for that. And if you join my group right now, English with Kris Amerikos on Facebook, that's where this video is right now. Then you will be able to see my lessons all the time. This lesson in this group is for me to answer your questions. When I do videos in different groups, it's different. Sometimes I do advertising there. In this group, we just answer your questions. Okay, let's see, great. Maher says, nice ball behind you, Kris. Thanks. Let's see, Asma Ben says, how can I trust myself when I talk English with other people? Well, you need to understand that you're going to make mistakes. Making mistakes is not something that you should try to avoid. No, you should try to make mistakes. I mean, of course, you don't want to try to make mistakes all the time. You want to try to speak correctly, but you should not be afraid to make mistakes. Making a mistake means that you have an opportunity, a chance to learn something new. If you never make mistakes, you can never grow. you can never learn something new. So making mistakes is very important to learning English. So trust that you will make mistakes, okay? And be happy that you make mistakes. Every mistake is an opportunity. All right, great, great, great. Some other questions, lots of people joining. Okay, Angela says, hi, Kris, hello. Let's see, Abdullah says, could you please remind us of the vocabulary that you shared so we can remember regularly? Yeah, Abdullah, sorry, in the group English with Kris Amerikos, where this video is right now, I post about English vocabulary all the time. I remind people about it, and I post English video lessons and lots of information about English and helping you learn it, okay? Jefferson says, hi, what do you know about Brazil? I know that Brazil is a very large country in South America. I've never been to Brazil. I've been to Argentina, which is the closest that I've ever been to Brazil, but I would love to go one day. Let's see, we have another question here. Speak to or speak with? Good question. So we can actually say both. What's the difference though? When we speak to someone, we're usually talking about the direction of our speech. For example, I am speaking to you, right? When we say speak with, it usually means that there's two people and there's two directions. So we could say, we are speaking with each other, for example. This is how we usually use it, but really we can use both. All right. And Jenny says, hello from Taiwan. Hi. Juan says, hi from Spain. Great. Okay, Sharina says, you think is a good idea to attend a month-long scuba diving training in Bali with people from England if I'm passionate about it and want to improve my speaking? I think that's a great idea. I think that this gives you a very good opportunity to practice English in a real situation. I think it's a very, very great opportunity. Yeah, definitely do it. Aliona says, what's the difference between stare and gaze? So gaze is when we look at something usually because we admire or respect, or we think it's beautiful or it's interesting. So we look and we have this very positive emotion and we want to experience this thing. When we stare, it means that we look at something too long. It's usually negative, all right? For example, parents will tell children, don't stare at people you don't know, for example. Great, good question. So we have lots of, hello from Paraguay, hello from Vietnam, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, here's another question. What's the difference between I don't have this kind of stuff and there's not a thing? Okay, so I don't have means that it's not mine, right? Like, for example, this is my ball. I have a ball. If I don't have any ball, then this means that no ball is mine. If we say there is no ball, then this means that it does not exist. It isn't in the world in general, just there isn't a ball. So if we say in my room there isn't a ball, it means it doesn't exist in the room. If I say I don't have it in the room, then it's about me holding it or possessing it. Good question. Juan says, you helped me to learn English. Thank you. You're welcome, Juan. I'm really happy. I'm really happy about that. Arturo writes, I'll start working with some people from the USA. The issue is I don't really feel comfortable with my speaking. How can I work on it? I don't have anyone to practice with. Well, thanks for that question, Arturo. Actually, I have a very special course that I started a few days ago, about a week ago. It's called Everyday English, and you can practice speaking with me every day for just $25 a month. And every day we have a new lesson with a new topic, and it's at a different time every day. And so $25 per month, it's less than $1 per day. I'll send the link in the chat right now, okay? But just click on the link and you can join. And we have a lesson starting in a couple hours today also. So you can practice speaking already. It's not like Facebook. On Facebook, you see me, you hear me, but I can't see you and hear you. So how do you practice? In my everyday English course, I see you, I hear you, and we can speak to each other. So Arturo, that's a good way for you to practice speaking. Great. Luz says, Kris, is it possible to get an American accent to speak like an American? Yes, it is. I know a lot of people from different countries who have come to America and learned how to speak American English without an accent. And I made a course about this. It's called English Hacks. You can find all of my courses and lessons on my website, and all of the links to that, to all my courses and lessons, are in the description to this video. So if you click on this video, the video will open up. You'll see all of the information about my website, courses, and everything like that. My Instagram page, VK page, Facebook pages, YouTube channels, everything. Okay, great. Purichaya says, hi, thank you. Hello from Thailand. Hi. Luzi says, could you illustrate usage of interjections in American English, please? Well, there's a lot of different interjections. One of them would be, for example, if we say, wow. This is an interjection. So an interjection is usually just one word or one short phrase that's very exciting and with lots of energy. All right. So, but there's really a lot of these. So good question though. Karina says, hello from Samara. Oh, hi. Is speaking like an English native in a Russian language good way to begin pronouncing correctly in English? Sorry, Karina, I don't really understand your question there, but let's see. Yeah, I don't really understand your question. Could you write it again, please, Karina? Thank you. Falik says, hi, dear, where is our teacher from? I'm from the United States. I'm from Florida, and you can find all the information about me, all my English lessons, in my group on Facebook called English with Kris Amerikos. That's where I'm doing this video from right now. Okay, so if you go to the group that I'm doing this video from right now, you'll get lots of information about English. And in this group, we do lessons where I answer your questions. Okay. Oksana says, is English your native language? Yes, it is, Oksana. I'm American. Both my parents are American, and I've been speaking English all my life. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. But yeah, it's my first language. Amar says, what's the difference between since and for? Good question. So we use since to talk about a point in time. For example, we could say, I have been teaching English since 2009. We use for to talk about a period of time. So we could say, I have been teaching English for 9 years, almost 10 years. So yeah, let's look at this. It's since for a point in time, and for a period in time. All right, I hope that helps. Great. Okay, David says, hi, teacher. Hey, David, how's it going? Elena says, how can I practice my conversation English in your course? Thank you. Well, Elena, you can speak and I can hear you and see you, and you can hear me and see me, and we speak to each other. I can correct your mistakes. I can help you with pronunciation. It's really a great opportunity because you can practice speaking every day. For 60 minutes every day, we practice speaking. The people who have joined this course already have gotten big results in just a week because every day they practice, and it's really great to see all of the progress that they made, the results that they got. Yeah. So if you want to join the Everyday English course, just click the link. It's in the chat. Okay. David says, what do you think about the English learning process in Spain? Well, David, I have never been to Spain. I've never lived in Spain. Well, I guess I've been to Spain. I've been to the Azore Islands, but I think it doesn't count. Um, so I can't really say anything about it. Sorry. Let's see. Hasna says hello from Egypt. Hi. Pang says hello from Cambodia. Hello. Great, great, great. Aline says, is it better to think in English or a native language and try to translate? Aline, it's better to try to think in English, but you need to develop that skill. And the only way to start thinking in English, I mean, really think in English when you speak with people, is to practice speaking. Because you need to make your reactions and your answers to questions automatic, just automatic, you know? So the best way to do that is to practice speaking all the time. That's why I created my everyday English course, so people can practice speaking every day. All right, let's see. Mai says, hello, I'm watching from Malaysia. Oh, hi. We have some people from Malaysia in our course. Vo says, hello from Myanmar. Wow, great. Hello. Juan says, how long do you do this video? Well, today, I'm doing it only for probably a few more minutes today, but after that, you know, if you join my group, English with Kris Amerikos, then you will see a schedule of when I do different courses and lessons and events. So if you like this video, and I see Annie says I'm happy when I'm watching this video, great, thank you. Then if you like this video and you want more English lessons and more English practice, then join my groups, okay? If you click on the video will open up and you'll see all of the links to all of my pages and groups. I have pages on Instagram, VK, Facebook, and YouTube, and I post about English every day, and I do live lessons and videos, and we do, you know, speaking practice in my everyday English course, and it's really, really a great way to practice English. All right, great. Let's see. What is the basic difference between British English and American English pronunciation? Thank you. Okay, good question. It's a big question, but it's a good one. So the main differences are, for example, specific letters and how they're pronounced. One of the big differences is the R sound, especially at the end of words. For example, the word computer. An American English speaker says computer with this sound at the end. But a British English speaker says computer with an sound at the end, not So this is one of the big differences, but there are a lot of differences, and also there are different accents, and in different British accents and American accents, some of these things can sound different also. All right, and great. Okay, wow, whoa, lots of questions. I thought we were finished with the questions, but there's a lot. Jed says, what is better, British English or American English? Well, Jed, neither of them is better. They're both great. It just depends on what you need and where you are going to be. All right. I see someone watching from Laos, someone from Mexico. Liuda says, are there sharks in Florida's beaches? Well, I think on some beaches there are sharks. Yeah. Someone says hi from Brazil. Great, great, great. Hi from Kurdistan. Great. Yeah. Nestani says hello. Hi there, Nestani. Arturo says, do you speak any other languages? Well, in school I studied Spanish, French, Italian, and Latin, but unfortunately I don't really speak them. I lived in Italy. When I lived in Italy, I spoke Italian a little bit, and then I forgot it because I stopped speaking it when I moved back to the United States. But I did live in Russia for a while, and in Russia I learned how to speak Russian. Yeah. Tatiana says, I would like to know more about your course. Sure, Tatiana, you can always just send me a message to my group, to my personal page, or you can ask your questions here. But basically, this course is to help you speak every day. So you get to practice speaking with me, and sometimes we have other native speaking teachers who also you can practice with. And we have a lesson for 60 minutes every day about a different topic. And so yesterday we talked about giving gifts, and today we're talking about immigration, I believe. Today we're talking about pets and animals. So we have different topics that we talk about every day, and 60 minutes, and it only costs $25 per month. So it's less than $1 per lesson. And it's really a great way to practice speaking and to meet people from all around the world. Great. Felipe says, what's the basic difference between for and to? Are both of these sentences acceptable? So the two sentences are, I bought a gift to you and I bought a gift for you. So Felipe, I bought a gift for you is correct. I bought a gift to you is not correct. For tells us the reason why we did this, and to only tells us a direction or movement. All right. Luz says, please, Kris, write the link where we can have the classes with you. So the link is in the chat. I'm writing it again in the chat. And also the link is in the description to the video. So if you click on the video will open up and you'll see all of the links. Zoo says, do you have topics for everyday's course? Yes. I think we just talked about that. This question is probably older. I just got to it because there's a lot of questions today. So yeah, let's see. Safa says, how much do the courses cost? There's different courses that I offer, but Everyday English, where you can practice speaking every day, is $25 per month. So less than $1 per lesson. Jed says, hello from the Philippines. How can I remember newly learned vocabulary words effectively? So what you need to do, Jed, is you need to review them regularly. That's one thing. Secondly, you need to use them in speech, or at least use them when you're typing to people on the internet and you're writing to people, like in forums or in chats. This is a great way to do it at home. All right. So I see lots of people asking about the links, So the links are all in the chat, and the links are in the description to the video. Pong says, what's different between like and prefer? Great. So like just means that you have a good emotion or good feeling about something, and prefer means that you like something more than another thing. So we always need to compare two things when we use prefer. We don't just say, I prefer this. We need to compare it. We need some context. All right. Denuan says, hi, is it possible to talk with you every day? How do we join with you? Yes, it's absolutely possible. There's a link in the chat, and you can click it and join right now, and we will have a lesson in just a couple hours today, and you can practice speaking with me. And you can practice speaking every day for 60 minutes. It's really a great course. All right. Okay, I see lots of questions, and everyone's asking about the link. The link is in the chat, so you can just click on the link, and you will find all of the information about Everyday English, and you can join and practice today and have your speaking practice, okay? Let's see. Letizia says, regards from Italy. Where are you from? I'm from the United States, from Florida. All right, great. So lots of questions, lots of people writing today, and we are finishing this lesson today. So if you want to have more lessons like this and you want more information about English, then just join the group English with Kris Amerikos, and you'll see all of my video lessons, all of my posts, and you will have information about when we do live lessons like this. All right, great. So if you have any other questions, you can send me a message, write me in this group, English with Kris Amerikos, or write a message to my personal page. Thanks a lot for being here today, and keep learning English. Bye-bye.